Hello, hello. How is everybody doing this evening? So I'm back. 2 days in a row so far. That's good. Excuse me. I'm doing that already. Well, let me get my headphones plugged in here so I can actually prevent any sound duplication over the microphone. Turn the speakers up. This shouldn't affect you guys at all. This is all from me. But yeah, so we're gonna work on some more King's Quest as I build back up to figuring out how to stream regularly again. So, but as mentioned yesterday, the details of things going on I'd like to keep out of the stream. So if you need to ask me, just message me some way, and we'll worry about that later. In the meantime, King's Quest. I've had the idea of kind of just playing old point-and-click and DOS games, so that may be a trend for a little while, which, frankly, I don't have a problem with. I absolutely love them. There's a lot of them that I would go back and play, and, yeah. So, we'll see how that goes, but, why don't we just get back to the game, because we got a Minotaur coming up. We do... Well, no, I can't switch scenes if... Okay, I had to switch to a monitor capture for some adjustments I made. Basically, what should be happening today is I fixed the whole edge of screen detection thing by figuring out how to full screen the game on my actual gaming side. And yeah, so we shouldn't have any problems with screen edge detection today. So we are preparing to fight the Minotaur. Pretty sure I have done everything I can with Sing Sing.
Good day, Prince Alexander.
Good day. My favorite character. Seriously, pawn shop guy, best character
Would
ever.
you mind if I traded this in?
Of course, Prince Alex. Please choose something in exchange for the items on the counter.
Alexander looks closely at the items on the counter to make his selection.
I believe I'll take the tinderbox.
Very good,
Yeah,
Prince
that's
Alex.
what I need.
Enjoy your tinderbox and bring it back anytime.
Thank you.
Oh, that's so much better. Not having to fight with a windowed view. Hey, King. Yeah, I decided that I wanted to pick up where I left off. My other schedule's good for like console games and such, where it's not a big deal if I put them down for a day or two at a time. But something like this, I gotta play it the whole way through. I just gotta. And since I'm trying to get back into a regular schedule, this is a good way to do that. So, glad to have you back.
Alexander pulls out his magic map.
Let's see, I need to
Alexander feels a strange pulling
inspect
sensation.
the Isle of Wonder. Need to go back to the Isle of the Beast. I just remembered. We'll do that in a second. gotta love those sound effects that they used to be okay with. There's still not a teacup there. I guess that happens later. Okay. You know what?
Alexander sees no point in trying to talk to that stick in the swamp. A stick is stuck in the middle of the
Hey,
swamp.
Majinx. Well, I already know that this bump on the log talks.
Hoopla! Hoopla!
That bump on the log does not look particularly conversational to Alexander.
This is a little off color.
A mushy swamp lies just off the path. It doesn't look like very good swimming. Yuck. Alexander doesn't want to put his bare hands in that oozy swamp.
Okay, so avoiding them has been okay because they don't want to talk to me yet. Okay. Good to know. I didn't want to talk to you guys either, so there. Alright.
Alexander pulls out his magic map. Alexander feels a strange pulling sensation.
Alexander wishes he knew who was constantly referring to him. But Alexander also does this in the third person. I would love to have a point-and-click adventure game where you have, like, the manliest men of characters, but then their inner dialogue is all narrated by a 5-year-old girl. Wait. Isn't the dangling participle supposed to be here? What am I doing that nothing is happening the way it's supposed to?
Alexander.
The only other thing I know that I haven't done is
Alexander.
figured out the spells for later. I've collected a whole bunch of pieces. I know it's for spells that I do later. I just don't remember spells. Yeah, the bookworm does his thing when you give the dangling participle back. Well, since Shamir's out of the bookshop, I'm gonna look and see if... I think this is where I get the spell book?
Hello. I will be
Oh
right
yeah,
up.
because it's right there in front of him.
Now, what can I do for you?
Give me the spell book.
How much for that book on the counter, merchant?
It is a fine book, is it not? I obtained it from the estate of the one and only magician this kingdom has ever had. Poofed himself into an aardvark in the end, or so I heard. I never found the spells all that useful myself, but then I lead a boring life. I tell you what,
That's
if
choice.
you can find another rare book, something a bit more marketable, I might be willing to exchange the spell book for
Okay,
it.
this was the first step, was trying to get the book. That's what sets
An
everything
antique leather-bound book is displayed on a little stand on the counter. On the elaborate cover is the title, Ye Useful Book of Magic Spells.
Because I heard the point jingle go off when I